Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 3 of Project 23 with Manchester United here on FM23. Tons of threes going around today. As always, thank you for joining me. It's massively appreciated. You're a legend. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, become a patron if you really want to support my channel. And if you're brand new, become part of the family. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell. All of you hit the bell and you'll never miss one of my future videos. So yeah, third season to get through. Tons and tons to get through, really. So let's get into it. It was time for change here at Manchester United in my third season, and I wanted to generate more money, and I did all my outs and everything first. Gambling in a way that some of my targets I might not get. But I think everything's worked out okay. Better than I thought when you see some of the players I've been able to bring in. But anyway, the 35 million, Moneybags Newcastle bought Victor Lindelof. Donny van der Beek, VDB, he is also left. Could have got more for him. Apparently he was worth more, but no one wanted him. I had to keep putting the price down, and eventually I sold him for 10 million. Now he may be on the thumbnail, and I thought he was going to be good, and he is a good little player, but all the players are getting in there before him. That Mitchell lad I bought in last season, I think he's brilliant. So yeah, Mr. Malacia, he was unhappy, and I put him up for sale and managed to get just short of 30 million from him, which I think is pretty good. And of course, we knew Marcus Rashford wanted to leave. He was moaning at me. He was pissed off. He signed a new deal, but he wanted to play up front all the time on his own, and that was never going to happen. So he was unhappy, and I thought, you know what? See you later. And I got over 30 million for this lad, who's now worth 129 million. So I started to spend some money, and for around 35, maybe 36, I bought Xavi Simons, who I didn't know too much about. I just liked him. My scouts loved him. I like the look of him. He's young. He's been at PSG, Barca, trained with some of the best maybe. And it's weird, this game, sometimes you'll find a player who you don't really know about, and then the next thing he's in the news, getting interviewed, because PSV beat Liverpool in real life. So will it be good for me? I'm another striker, but I also know this lad can get trained to play out wide really well as well, just from last year's game. So I was hoping the same thing could happen. I mean, I think he was one of the big wonder kids of last year's game. I'd be interested to see if he is this year. I've heard people say they've already used him on FM23 and he's injury prone. I don't seem to get that issue. Now, he had a minimum fee of 50 odd million. Oh, it's worth it. But his value was 43. So just usually I just put the bid in and it'll switch, won't it, to its whatever they want for the minimum fee. They didn't switch it. I got him for 43 million, which I think is really good. I've also signed a centre-half to replace Lindelof, and it's Mario Gilla, 23-year-old Spaniard from Real Madrid, apparently back in the day, but we bought him from Lazio. Again, not someone I've heard too much about. I don't really follow a lot of football, I'll be honest with you. It's this game that helps me discover new players, and he's one of them, and he looked really good. His mental's absolutely amazing. It's cost me 27, but it's going to go up to like 45 if he hits all his appearance targets and so on. But yeah, he looks like a really good player, and he's gonna be. This one, right? Again, didn't know nothing about him. He's a wonder kid, right? At Bayern Munich, 18 years old. I think they bought him off a rival, because obviously I did a bit of research. He's at Hertha Berlin. Yeah, I think he's out on loan at Rostov, but he's from Hertha Berlin. I had to get his face from somewhere, and it took me ages to find his face. They accepted, right, 5.75 million for him. I don't know why, I don't care. Great little squad player to develop. I wasn't technically looking for a keeper, but obviously you send your scouts out there, and I found a wonder kid goalkeeper, which is quite rare, I think, on this game. Obviously, real player, Dennis Seaman. Any relation to Dave? No, he's not. From Stuttgart. And again, 20 odd million. I know his value's gone right up. Only 18 years old. I couldn't say no to this, and he's gonna... It's just nice to have 3 great young keepers, really, so happy. Now this was kind of a recommendation from a subscriber called Crumb, fellow Manchester United fan. Now, his name rang a bell, but I didn't know too much about him, because what is he, 16 maybe in real life? And again, weirdly, he said, look at him, take a look at him, so I did. I only had to buy him for like 12 million, which is a bargain. Now, he's not a wonder kid, but I'm guessing he's got his big future. Because, again, it's so strange, like a day later, he's all over the news, because I think he's getting linked with big money moves. I think Real Madrid are interested in him in real life. And I'm like... So strange. The Xavi Simons one and this one. So weird how I've gone for them and then they just come into my sphere of knowledge all of a sudden from the news. It's so weird. But yeah, thanks man, because Hendrick looks like a cracking little player and he gives me even more options up front. Let's jump over to the schedule. Massive pre-season again. We went on a training camp, played a few games, and went over to America like I usually do. Had a ton of fun, won every single game, scored a ton of goals. But then we had the Community Shield, which we won on penalties. It wasn't the best game, but I'll take that trophy all day long. So now we can go over to the competition. So you got the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, same thing really this year. We'll see what happens with them. This season is crazy, I'm not going to lie. And obviously the Premier League, I'd like to retain that, but it's a tough league. It's the Champions League, these big changes this year. Now, someone mentioned in the comments, get ready for the new Champions League. There's 5 teams in each group. That's not how they've done it, and that's not how it is. It's very different than that, or the old Champions League, and I'll try and explain it a bit more later. So squad-wise, it is getting younger, but we have got them older players who are still top class. The Ericssons, the Varanis, the Bruno Fernandezes, who are great players. Now, it's not about building a young team, it's about only bringing in young players when I have to. But it's getting younger. I think it's exciting. I think I've got multiple options in multiple positions at fullback, at centre half, 3 good goalkeepers now, a good midfield, with the guys I've already brought in and guys I've already got great options going forward. I'm very excited this season. I think we've got the best squad yet, and I can't wait to see what they could do. And shit, maybe could they do some stuff. On the Premier League, bookies still don't see us, even though we're now champions, as the best team. So we've got City up there, who make a big purchase. I'll say it now. In January, they buy Jude Bellingham. I would have loved him for 103 million, but they don't get him until January. Obviously, Liverpool are still up there, who have a managerial change at some point. I think Klopp leaves for a bigger job. Or not a bigger job, no offence, Liverpool fans. He goes to a big team. So they have a change. But it's Leeds. Leeds have still got Ted Lasso as their manager. You know what I mean, don't you? So I've potentially got tons to get through, so we are jumping straight now to the 1st of January, around the halfway point of the season. And it's a crazy season. It is a crazy, crazy season. But I've really enjoyed it. Slog and fun, frustration, but crazy. And we are top of the league, which is great, by 5 points. Look at that. 115, drawn 1, lost 3. Victor, leading goal scorer. Come on, lad. Best player. Can he do it? Can he topple Haaland? We'll see. Now, the craziness is Chelsea had a great team. We saw that last year in the live com 2-2. You look at their lineup, it was fantastic. And they were 10th, weren't they? What the hell is going on with Chelsea? And I've read this on Twitter. A few people saying, why is Chelsea seem broken? I don't know. Because they are, on paper, better than that. Much better. They shouldn't be down there with Watford and Coventry. No offence. But yeah, I've got a game in hand as well on City. So in the league, things are going well. And let's just quickly look at these results. I mean, some fantastic ones. Got beat off Arsenal, obviously. Drew with Liverpool. Then we got beat off City. And I got beat off Aston Villa. Apart from that, we're doing really well. Sometimes we're defensively a bit turd. But winning games, top of the league. Can't complain, can I? Now then, this is the Champions League. One ginormous league with 36 teams in it. Now, you don't play all 36 teams. You've given 8 teams to play of varying quality, right? And I've played 6 so far. As you can see, I'm currently sitting in 6th, right? I'll show you the results in a minute, but I'm going to try and explain how this works. So, what will happen is, now in the Champions League, on the game, I don't know if this is what they're doing in real life. We'll see. The top 8 will bypass the next round. If you finish in the top 8, you'll bypass the next round and go out into the following round. The next 16 teams, all the way down there, will then battle it out against each other in a draw. The 8 winners of that then will face them 8 winners, and then it carries on. No one drops down into Europa. No one in the Europa drops down into the conference, and they are exactly the same. Look, check that out. So at this point, I've played 6 games with 2 more games left to play. I've got to play Celtic at home and Dynamo. So you can see, I don't know how it works out. Look at the draw. They draw them out, and you get given 8 teams out of the league. But I got Real Madrid and Barca at a kickoff. And then, you know, some lesser teams like Trabzonspor, can never say them. But then Atalanta are a good team, Porto good, Benfica good, Celtic are decent, and Dynamo. So they're my teams. I've got to get the results out of them games to try and get in that top 8. I have been trying to rotate certain games, even in Europe, and definitely in the Carabao Cup. I'll show you that later. I've been trying to get my cuckoo to play more out wide sometimes, just to give me more options. He's slowly learning to play more on the right, even though he's left-footed. I like that. But yeah, you can tell Victor is still bossing it. He's absolutely amazing. I think Garnacho, who's got a great future, he doesn't seem to be developing like I think he should in real life, and I don't think they've done him any justice. A few players have done a shady too, and then there's other players they've given too many stats to, I think. Not just at Manchester United, all over. It's a bit broken with some stuff. Scott McTominay, you might see at the bottom near my head somewhere. His contract's coming to an end. He don't want to sign a new one. I probably would have kept him because of his homegrown status, just as a squad filler. But you know, when he goes, I'm not too bothered. So apart from that, though, we've been good. We're competing. We're good in the Premier League. We could have been a bit better in the Champions League. I think I showed you my youth intake the first year. I didn't show you in the last episode, but every single youth intake I've had, we've had some good players, 3-4-star players, more, right? And normally when you're a team like Manchester United, I always have crap youth intakes, even if we've got the best facilities and the best staff. It's never been that great. It's like it's been very consistent with the level of quality of kids that are coming through. So I don't know if that's a new thing. They've tweaked that a bit, but it does seem better. So let's go on to the Carabao Cup, and we won it, right? B-teamed it all the way through, no matter who I face. I didn't care. I thought it's a B-team competition, and I've been guilty of this in the past, getting to a final and bottling it and putting out my best team just to try and win a trophy. I didn't do that, but we B-teamed it all the way through, all the way to the final. Crystal Palace, I think, Josco, he got in just because of fitness issues and so on, but everyone else needed a game. Everyone else came in and did well. Endrick with 2 goals, Xavi Simons with 2 goals, Elanga with 2 goals. So I won it with a B team, which is always a good thing because it just shows you got that depth now. And we have got that depth, and the lads did me really proud, really. And the FA Cup, I'm in the FA Cup final. We're on for a good run here. I can't lie, right? But again, a B team that game. City, I didn't B team, skip Fulham there, but I did B team that. Wolves, kind of a bit of a mixture, and I've got Liverpool in the final. I think they've won it the last 2 years, so it's done really well. But again, you can see we can score a lot of goals, but sometimes defensively we are a bit shaky. To the crazy Champions League, so obviously we missed the knockout round. We go straight through to the last 16, where we got Benfica again, drew 2-2, and then we won 3-1, right? And I got Barcelona again, who we had in our league phase. So weird, this. It's so weird. Beat them 2-1, and then we drew 4-4. What a game, right? And then I got City. Beat them 2-0 in the semis, and then 2-1. So I'm in the Champions League final against Liverpool. Carabao Cup, Community Shield. We're in an FA Cup final, Champions League final, and we are top of the league. Top of the league by 5 points with 3 games left to play. But if I beat Leeds away at Ellen Road, massive game, massive rival, massive club to beat, who are 9th and still have Ted Lasso as the manager, I'm in the league. Now, I've just played this game, I'll play it. I'm using my tactic from FM23. I have signed some great young players, got a great squad. I found it a bit easy, I'll be honest with you, and I am itching for something tough, right? But I've got a great opportunity here I could clean sweep the lot, which is insane, right? I think it's unrealistic, but insane. It's just a game, you got to play in it. So we'll see what we can do if we win the league. And then I've got 2 finals against Liverpool. Shit me. I've generally tried to rotate. We've had injury issues, had fitness issues. You know, there's been multiple variations of that first 11. And they do well. They do average at times, and they can be a bit weird. But Victor Osimhen is amazing. You've got Sancho Fernandez. Sancho's better on air than he is in real life. But you can maybe tell by the appearances. You know, I have tried my best to bring guys on. The 5 sub rule really helps. I've tried to rotate. I've given loads of guys games. Obviously some more than others. But I'm honestly, it's insane. And I kind of feel a bit embarrassed that I've got a chance to win everything. I don't know why. Well, we're going into the last minutes, and Leeds are here to spoil the party. Look at that. Well, I'm 5 points clear now, 2 games left. City could still nick it from me. This is what I mean. I mean, I had to put a few plays in there I wasn't too happy with, but shit, well done Leeds. Leeds trying their best to stop us winning the league. Next game, 2 games left to play, and it's Aston Villa at home. Are we going to bottle job it? I mean, we could throw all this away, you know. It can happen in Football Manager. I hope it don't. So here we are in the last minutes against Villa, and they've not been able to spoil the party. I've not made many changes because I thought the way the game was going, just keep these guys out, and then I'll just try and maybe B-team it. Last game of the season, title is won, and rest the boys for them 2 big finals. So we're getting close here to a fucking clean sweep. It's got to get past our biggest rival twice. There you go, back-to-back Prems. Well, in the last game I did B-team. I had McTominay as a centre-half to save players because he can kind of cover there, and it didn't go to plan. They were bad. They were not very good. Got beat 1-0. Ouch. Still in the league by 5 points. I'm happy with that. I mean, if we win the FA Cup, we've done everything domestically. I'd like that. That'd be pretty cool. Erling Haaland, of course, finished the season highest goal scorer. Only just, but Victor beat him in average rating. Slowly catching Monkey. Forest, Watford, Coventry, they've all been relegated. Leeds have just missed out on Europe. Cool for Leeds to get back into Europe, but there you go. I mean, look at that. Chelsea kind of recovered a little bit, but why are they so bad? I don't know. We've got some big things to do now. These are the Premier League results in reverse, and to me, that doesn't look amazing. Now, we had a lot of football to play. We've got to 3 cup finals, all the way to the end. You know, that's affected us, even though my squad's, I think, quite good. It does affect you, but you look at the back end of that season, so inconsistent. Of course, I've beaten the odd game, but look at that. And we still managed to win the league. That doesn't look like a league winning form. That doesn't look like league winning form to me. Don't get me wrong, we've been good. But again, is it this league everyone can beat anyone on the day kind of thing? I mean, look, I beat Norwich there. 5-2. I don't know. It is what it is. We've won the league. The best team always wins the league because they get the most points. But that to me just looks shit. Well, in the first big game, first live comp, proper live comp, we're at Wembley, Liverpool. Can we clean up at home? Can we beat our biggest rival? And yeah, even though I've won what we've won, I'm not 100% confident because you just never know. So here we are with the FA Cup. Now, they haven't got the rights to the FA Cup, but they do have the rights to the Carabao Cup. I don't know if you noticed yourself, you get a proper graphic with the Carabao, not with the FA Cup. But anyway, here we go. Can these boys go out there and perform? Here we go, we kick off. We'll see. I mean, I've really enjoyed it. It's just all come a bit too quick. I mean, I'd love to know if anyone else is playing as United on this beta. How are you finding it? What kind of players are you signing? Because I'm restricting myself to the younger players. But again, is it just a competitive league? Because we won the league last year, and I wasn't 100% happy with how we were consistently, and I'm still not. Even though I've rotated, I don't know. I just expect more greens on my results page. Do you know what I mean? We'll see. I mean, that's why when I said at the start of the episode, it's been crazy. Is Victor, the guy's a beast, but he's believing that one. Yeah, Liverpool are a good team. Struggling in real life, aren't they? I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's like they've gone from being amazing to just a bit average, and that's no offence. I mean, they've just they lost. They've lost to Forest and Leeds, who were both down at the bottom of the table, back to back in the Premier League, aren't they? So, well, that is a bit crazy. But are they going to lose today? Or are they going to go 1-0 up here with this corner? Nope. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm not going up against Klopp. Klopp left. And Ancelotti is the manager of Liverpool right now. Ancelotti's the man who's got into a Champions League final. That's no shock, is it? And an FA Cup final. Come on. Oh, get in. There we go. I'll take that 1-0. Thank you for everyone who's watched it and come back and supported it. I do appreciate it. Genuinely do. And I've loved listening to some of what you guys are all up to and what you're doing. And I mean, I can't wait for a good challenge. I don't mean Road to Anywhere Journeyman, that'll be a challenge the way I'm doing it. But I fancy a challenge now. And it's half time and it's 1-0. Not the most exciting game, but we've got the slight edge. We've got the goal. So yeah, I have been promoting this episode coming out today all week, and I didn't know if it was going to happen actually, because a new series came out last night called The Devil's Hour on Amazon Prime. And me and the wife thought, well, give it a go. Just went through it all, didn't we? Got well hooked. And it's a bit mental, but I absolutely loved it. We both did. Stayed up till like 3 in the morning in it. Just binge watching it. While I was playing this, finishing it off. My original target was maybe to get just to the cup finals, but I got to the Leeds game and thought, I can't. I want to watch the TV. So that's why I left it there, because I thought, well, we might probably beat Leeds. We didn't. But we still won the league. I'm happy with that. All right, Liverpool over corner. They're going to give us a... Oh, Jesus. The post goal line technology. I don't think we're having that, are we? They're not having that, are they? But yeah, I fancy a challenge, because there's like well over a week now until the full release, so you can get your hands on the editor and start doing some different videos. But I'm thinking, win or lose these finals. Do I fancy something else? Possibly. I'll see what the reception's like to this. Not 100% sure right now. If this afternoon when I'm done and I start playing, do I play a 4th season, or do I just come up with something else quickly? Do something else for a week. All right, come on, lads. Come on. Going down to the last few minutes. We've only made a couple of changes. I don't want to make it wholesale because it's only 1-0. This Mitchell kid, by the way, he's brilliant. He is really good for a left back. It cost me 20 million. I think he's really good. That Enzo Fernandez, way better than I thought. Oh, Victor. I'd take him over Haaland all day long. If he's this good in real life, we need to be buying the kid. Yes, wrapped up. Domestic clean sweep. Crazy, really. Beat Liverpool in the Community Shield. That was a bit closer. We won the league, won the Carabao Cup. About to win the FA Cup. What's that? What would you class that as? The game always is a bit silly, isn't it? I mean, he technically be a quadruple, but it always sticks in some shit like the Community Shield. But all fair play. João Felix. A trophy, another one. I'm very happy with it. It's too easy. It's been too easy. It's been too easy. I mean, people saying they're struggling with the tactics. If you are, and you had a good one last year, just upload it. Because I think this has worked better. I don't know if it's because it's Man United. I don't know how it's worked. But it seems to be working really well. And that can change. When the full game comes out, this might all go to shit. But right now, I'm enjoying my little formation and the way we play. Well then, a week's gone by and it's Champions League final. Can we beat Liverpool in our 3rd final of the year? We're going to Munich, Germany. Well, here we are with our fancy Champions League graphics. Now, I turned the sound off. Apparently, the Champions League music's on. I can't be arsed finding out if it is. I need to at some point. But obviously, I turned the music off. It does me head in like the match sounds. I gave up on them years ago. But I might have to check that out. But anyway, a couple of little changes. Not too many. Come on, boys. So here we go. The game has kicked off. I feel a little, what a win. I personally feel like we're still not amazing when you look at the form and inconsistency at different parts of the season. But we battled our way through and are on the verge here nearly of winning everything, right? Maybe not. Diego Jota, well done, lad. 1-0 Liverpool. I mean, as much as it pains me to say it, Liverpool do love the Champions League. They've won it many times. So, it'd be quite good for us to give us a challenge. And that's what I feel like the game's letting me down right now. Because, you go into a big team, you've got a bit of money, you buy some good players, and what you just do really well. I want it to be a bit more challenging, and there you go, Jadon Sancho, that was scrappy. Yeah, I feel like the game's let me down. Chelsea be shit, they're not shit. Newcastle's been average, they shouldn't be. I don't really get it. Do you know what I mean? I need to play it a bit more. Obviously, I've come straight in at this level, and we've done what I've done. But, I'm really excited to maybe, to drop down a bit and have more of a challenge, to go to a team with nothing maybe. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know who yet. I've got a few ideas in mind, maybe just to play out over the next week or so until the full release. And just to test myself there. Well, this could get interesting because we've had a red card. Brilliant. So, Eriksen has come off. I've dropped Fernandez back. And obviously we've lost the best striker in the world, Mr. Osimhen. So Mkuku has gone up top. So this is a game on now, isn't it? Down to 10 men. Can we battle our way to a Champions League glory, or have we ballsed up the clean sweep? I mean, we were doing all right. Osimhen getting sent off. I've had a ton of red cards, I've noticed that. And defensively, we're never great either. But we're still doing all right. Right, come on, lads. Come on. Come on, 10 men. We only need 10 men. We can do it. We can still score goals. And I'm not going defensive. That always annoys me. Go very defensive because you're going down to 10 men. No. Right, 10 minutes to go. 10 men on the pitch. I've made changes. I've brought Simons on. Liverpool need to work the magic here. You've got a man, an extra man. Oh, here he is. Here he is. One-on-one. One-on-one. Oh. Well, it's the end of 90 minutes. It's 1-1. Christ on a bike. Another half an hour of football to play. More editing. Another long video for you, hopefully, to watch all the way through, because I know you want to. But yeah, honestly, thanks to everyone who supports it. Really do appreciate it. But you have to let me know in the comments. I might go off what you all say, especially the night after release. Do you really want a 4th season? Even if I lose this now, I mean, should I chase the Champions League? I have to challenge myself. I think I do Championship, maybe. Got some team with nothing, see what we can do. Oh, there we go. There we go. Right, come on, Dolo. Let's see what you can do. Oh, Sancho! Oh my God! I'm going to play an attacking there. I might switch back a bit. Go back to being a bit more just positive. I don't like going defensive. If you knew, I'm not a defensive guy. Paul Pogba. I've only just noticed that. Paul Pogba. Is it Liverpool? No! Yeah, I've just checked. They got him much cheaper than we did from Juventus. Spent 14 million on him. He played 1 game for Juve this season and went over. He's only played 11 games, though. I'm guessing he has the odd injury. Oh, come on. No. Penalty time, dudes. We'll have a good penalty shootout on my channel, don't we? Down to a total lottery. Look at this lovely penalty graphic here. João Felix, cracking little player. Can he score his penalty? No! Captain Bruno had another stellar season. Been fantastic in game for me. I can't lie. Sitting behind that striker and scoring penalties. Here he is, the ex-red. Twice an ex-red. Total tosser in my opinion. Happy he's not a red anymore, but he's now a red for Liverpool and he's scored this. Pogba. Right, come on, kid. Come on, lad. A cracking season. Played that position quite a lot. Trained him on the wide and he's had it saved. You absolute donut. Maddison. I mean, they've spent some money, haven't they, Liverpool? If Ancelotti's come in and spent the big bucks. Oh, Sancho. I've got zero faith in this lad. There's a penalty taker. I have now. Fabinho. How old's he? I feel like he's like 45. Oh, shit. Back on us, and it's Anthony. Anthony. Come on, lad. Use that left peg. Stick it in the back of the net. Oh, you absolute fucking balloon. Oh, this is the kind of moment heroes are made. No, it's not. He's a cracking player. He scored in the game, didn't he? I've won many a penalty shootout on this channel. I think going down to 10 men and getting ourselves back into it was respectful. It'd been nice, a cool little thing to do a full clean sweep of everything. We haven't. Liverpool have pipped us to the post when it comes to the Champions League and won yet another. At least Real Madrid haven't won it. Now then, do I chase that Champions League and have a season 4? Well, and I won 4. It's getting better when it comes to competition wins. I did only win 1 manager a month, you know. But I did win manager of the year again. So that's pretty cool. Like we have every year, they give me around 90 million. Although, our debt's getting less and less and less. First 2 seasons went over 100 million in the red and then we had to cover that. I'm only 27 million in the red right now. So that's an improvement. So when all that big money comes in, I will have a ton of money. I mean, some of these players may be getting a bit old, even though they're still performing. Players like Eriksen, Raphael Varane and stuff like that. But they're still doing a good job for me. I mean, his form's going off the boil a bit and he's unhappy. I mean, what do you do? If I do that 4th season, again, it'll be a case of I'll probably get rid of some of these old guys, freshen it back up. Because if I did do another season, at the end of it, I'd be in the World Club Cup. I think a fourth season has to go on. I think I have to do a 4th season, don't I? I have to try and win the World Club Cup. Well, there we go. That is the end of the episode. As always, thanks for joining me. Bit of a kick in the balls not winning that Champions League. And I took that with the FA Cup any day. But domestically, we won everything. So that was pretty cool. And like I said, I want to hear from you. And I do fancy a challenge. But now, it's kind of throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. Because I thought, if I win the Champions League, I'm definitely done. I'll definitely just go for a challenge. But not winning the Champions League and knowing that the World Club Cup's now at the end of that season, quite tempting to maybe just pump out another year. Innit? But again, let me know in the comments. But most of all, thank you for your view, your support. Hope you're all well. If you haven't told me yet, let me know what you're getting up to on your first FM23 adventure. But stay happy, stay safe. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe and make sure you all hit that beautiful little bell. Give it a little tickle. You'll never miss a video. You won't miss episode 4. if I do it, or whatever I do next. Stay good, stay happy, stay safe, man. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.